Welcome to the first week out of 4 where we're going to be dedicating our time talking about sleep and the importance of sleep. Today, for the first week, we're going to talk about what your brain does while you sleep. So most people think that sleep is downtime, that the brain simply switches off. But the truth is opposite. When you fall asleep, your brain starts one of the most active and complex routines in human biology. It sorts memories, clears toxins, balances chemistry, and prepares you to think and feel clearly in the next day. According to the World Health Organization, almost 1 in 3 adults sleep fewer than 6 hours a night, and that is a serious mistake. Poor sleep increases the risk of diabetes, depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. As neuroscientist Matthew Walker says, sleep is the best natural tool we have to restore the brain and the body. Now let's start with the stages of sleep. So a full night of sleep runs through 4 to 5 different cycles, each lasting about 90 minutes. Each cycle has 3 key stages. Light sleep, which is when the body relaxes. Deep sleep, when physical recovery and memory consolidation does start to begin. And then REM sleep, which is when the brain activity raises again, dreams start to appear, and creativity really sparks. All of this is governed by your circadian rhythm, which is your internal clock. And it's also synchronized by the light and the hormone called melatonin. If you constantly go to bed at different times or stare at bright screens late at night, you confuse that clock. The result is that you're going to have a less deep sleep, less focus, and more irritability in the next day. Let's look at how the brain stores memory. So during deep sleep, your brain replays the events of the day. It decides what to keep and what to forget. Information moves from the hippocampus, your short-term memory, to the cortex, which is a long-term storage, right? This is called memory consolidation. And a Nature Neuroscience study showed that a full night of sleep can improve memory by more than 20%. So studying late is useless if you sacrifice the rest, because learning really happens while you sleep. Now let's talk about the brain's night cleaning. So while you sleep, there's a remarkable process that begins, and that is called the glymphatic system. So think of it as your brain drainage network. So it flushes away all the waste built up during the day, some of them are toxic protein linked to Alzheimer's disease, actually. So this cleaning system works only during deep sleep. That's why chronic sleep loss is actually associated with a faster cognitive decline as we age. Let's talk now about chemical rebalance. So during the day, your brain runs on dopamine and noradrenaline, which are chemicals that drive alertness and action, right? At night, serotonin and GABA take over to calm neural circuits. So this switch keeps your emotion really stable. So when you sleep poorly, your emotion center becomes really hyperactive. That emotion center is called amygdala. You react faster, you feel more stress, and you lose perspective. That's why after a sleepless night, everything feels harder. Your emotional brain is now in control. Now let's talk about creativity and dreams. So REM sleep, we can call it REM sleep. The phase when you dream fuels all the creativity. So researchers have found that people faced with complex problems often find the solution after sleeping on it. In this phrase, the brain really makes unexpected connection between different ideas that you wouldn't expect. That's literally why we say sleep on it, right? And good sleep doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you also more original as well, because again of this unexpected connection that it makes between all the different ideas. So As a summary, while you sleep, your brain is really wide awake inside. It organizes the memories, it cleans itself, it rebalances emotions, and sparks creativity. So sleep isn't any lost time. It's maintenance that is for your mind, is a foundation of clear thinking and emotional stability. So that's it for this week. But in the next episode next week, we'll look at what happens in the rest of the body. And so how your muscles, hormones, and immune system repair themselves each night. So looking forward to that and have a great week in the meantime.